Hi everybody, I'm Tim Stevens, editor-at-large with CNET. We're here on the show floor of the 2014 New York International Auto Show. Technology is always a big part of the story here in New York, and this year that's especially true. One of the major topics is driver distraction. Texting while driving and using your phone in general while you're driving is one of the most dangerous things that you can do behind the wheel. Now, all the manufacturers have their own way of smartphone connectivity. Apple's CarPlay is getting support from all the major manufacturers. Volvo and Mercedes here are showing off their solutions. Google is expected to launch their solution later this summer, which should be very similar in theory, and Microsoft has an option too called MirrorLink, which will allow you to connect your smartphones as well. Which one is going to be the dominant player remains to be seen, but certainly it's going to be an interesting war for the dashboard going forward. So we're sitting inside of a 2015 C-Class to show off Apple's CarPlay, which is demonstrated up here on the main display here in the car. As you can see, it looks very similar to the sort of interface that you would expect to see on the latest version of iOS running on your iPhone, but it's a lot more simplistic, and it's also controlled by the center jog wheel here in the middle, which is a lot less distracting and easier to use than a tiny touchscreen as you would find on your phone. The phone is actually here. It is connected to the car and is charging, but as you can see, the screen is disabled, and which is important because we don't want people actually trying to use their phone while they're driving the car. So with the screen disabled, there's no incentive to take it out. You can leave it in there safely, and you can use the car's controls to actually control the system. But you don't want to be dialing in someone's number, so thankfully Siri can help you with that.
With whom would you like to speak?
Samir.
Calling Samir Gupta.
And messaging, of course, is another thing that's dangerous to do while you're driving, but thankfully Siri can help us out with that as well.
To whom shall I send this?
Samir.
Okay, what do you want to say to Samir Gupta?
Just saying hello.
Okay, I'll send your message.
Another big functionality that people want to use in their phone while they're driving is, of course, navigation, getting from place to place. Again, this is another thing that's very difficult to do while you're driving your car. Typing in an address on a smartphone is a dangerous thing to do. We start up here with a map where we're looking at, and you can also then pick from a list of destinations. These destinations are pre-populated based on places that you've already been, and even places that have been emailed to you or places that are coming up in your calendar. But if you like, you can scroll up here and do a search by voice.
Where would you like to go?
Starbucks.
I found 12 places matching Starbucks pretty close to you.
And there it goes, all hands-free, all without having to take my eyes off the road.